Welcome back. Aussie banks are under the microscope this morning, with many cutting the interest on your savings accounts, even though the official cash rate hasn't moved since August.
And this is happening just as Aussies hit record levels of savings. So how do you make sure your money is still pulling its weight? Nine's money editor Effie Zahos joins us now. Good morning, Effie.
Hello, Effie.
So which banks have cut rates for savers?
Well, ING is the latest that's come out on its real popular saving maximiser.
Yeah,
so
good,
chances
normally.
are you've probably got one of these accounts and they cut their rate. So overall, the maximum rate now has gone down by 0.05. Their base rate even fell right down to 0.01. So these are just a couple of other examples. You know, Westpac's a bit sneaky. We've talked about this before. They cut their base, increased their bonus. So fundamentally same headline rate, but if you don't earn it, you're getting a bit less. But the thing is, banks are under pressure right now, and as you said, rates haven't moved, but their profit margins have gone down. We're going to be at this cash rate for a while, so they're looking at creative ways to basically fatten up some profits.
All right, and they're going to be appearing in Canberra this week too, aren't they? Some of the heads
Yeah,
of banks.
yeah.
Where do Aussies find the best bang for buck, though?
Well, it's a case of what are you after? And you've really got to sit back and think, how do I use my account? So if you are okay and can diary and you say, yep, I'm going to get a great what they call intro rate. So for 4 months, the top one right now is about 5.1%. That's only 4 months. It will then revert to 4.35. Not bad. If you're young and you fit in that age group, 18 to 34, you could get 5%. So have a look at that as well. If you're not one that kind of, is young and you still want that kind of, save often, you won't make any withdrawals or however they work, you can get 4.75. If you don't want to play the game and you don't want any conditions, then Macquarie just has a flat-out 4.25. So it's a case of really understanding how do you operate, because in most of these bonus ones, as we've said, you've got to do something. You've got to add to it or make no withdrawals. So really understand how your account works.
So what do savers then need to keep in mind?
Well, most of us actually don't understand how these accounts work. So Money did a comparison site did a survey and said 56% of Aussies don't get their bonus rate every month. Some good news of those that do, about 7 to 11 months, they mostly get it. 13%, earn it less than 6 months. The fact is, if you had, say, $10,000 in one of these high-paying accounts, this slip-up could cost you about $200-300 by not playing the game.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so are there any other options for... My Auntie Helen used to put money in a shoebox under her bed.
Yeah.
Just in case a solar flare knocked out the banks, which is probably going to happen at some point.
Where does she live?
That's chemtrails.
She's dead now.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry.
Why did you bring it up then?
Well, that's really...
But strangely, her money box disappeared as well.
Did it now? And
where else can you stash your cash?
so definitely not under the bed, because you're still earning some decent coin on some of these savings accounts. Obviously, if you've got a home loan, that's still the place to kind of put it in there, and that's where most Aussies are saving. The thing is that it's a case of, can you dial up the risk? We saw the share market on Friday close. It lost about $40 billion. So from its peak back in October to now, the share market's been on a steady decline. And today, the share market, when it opens, again, it's going to have a bit of volatility. The reason being is a couple of things. If you can stomach the risk, what we're seeing now is because rates are going to be here for longer, higher in that sense, both in the US and here, that's playing havoc on the share market. And also, it's so overvalued. We're moving from, the big banks to other banks. Tech stocks are overvalued. So look, a case for homeowners probably still in the in their home. Saving its accounts, you've got to play the game. If you can dial up the risk, share market.
All right.